Welcome back to the battlefield. Today, as always, we get to jump right into whatever we were up to last time, and what that was is the battle for Patavium. Garrison's pretty weak. I've got way more than enough force here. I realistically should just auto-resolve that, but I'd like to put Funky's fieldmen to the test. I mean, it's not really much of a test for them, I guess. But I'd like to make sure they do most of the work. The secondary army I have here, I want to keep healthy so it can just go straight for the siege of Rome. So yeah, these Italian swords, I really kind of expected them to be more capable. But they have yet to impress me. I'm actually going to use the fog because they have slingers and I've only got peltasts, so that'll hopefully help reduce a little bit of damage while we're first moving in. I do still need to swap these shield bearers out for a different unit, because having hoplites to cover the flanks of a pike phalanx has just not been that effective for me.
Cavalry. Heavy horse at your command. Yes, Commander.
Let's go ahead and get right into it. About the only thing I need to do with the reinforcing army is make sure the artillery doesn't fire into my guys up here. It's interesting that the commander of the secondary force doesn't come in first. I could even just withdraw all of these troops, because I really don't need them.
The battle is turning in our favor.
But I'll go ahead and bring them up here anyway. I'm not going to bother running them because they, like I said, they just really aren't necessary for a victory here. But it's always good to have some extras in reserve.
Shock cavalry ready.
I will probably make use of the cavalry though.
Riders at the double. The brave ready for orders.
They are electing to change directions here, so let's turn to match them. Not really sure what the AI is doing here because this is not like standard AI behavior. I'm actually going to charge some cavalry up here and just see if I can keep these slingers from firing for a little bit.
Your orders. Move out. Ready and waiting.
I don't actually plan on charging them here, I just want them to retreat. It's okay if my cavalry catches some javelins here from the swords. Yep, just activate their skirmish mode. It's okay to take some of those javelins. I've actually managed to isolate this unit, maybe. Okay, you guys need to calm down. Pikemen, phalanx, and get in position now. Okay, they charged their general into my cavalry. It's a little bit unfortunate, but not earth-shattering.
Cavalry ready. Engage the cavalry. your command. Double time. Your orders. Pikes at the ready. Pikes.
Pikemen start moving to engage.
Marching order. Ready and waiting.
Cavalry needs to pull out of there.
Orders. We are waiting.
Did I not select that unit?
Ready to ride.
Okay, got a couple more units of cav over here. Unit
Ready for
of
orders. At your service.
hoplites.
Royal Peltas.
That is unfortunate.
Break off.
I really wasn't expecting them to go around and charge me there.
Missiles awaiting targets. Pikes at the ready. Missiles ready and waiting. Fire on the enemy. Ready. Prepare slides. Ready to ride. Royal Peltas. Fire. Ready and waiting.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Put on your spears. Orders. Spears. Engage the cavalry. Put on your spears.
Archers, that's not quite what I had in mind.
Missile infantry at your
Go ahead and just shoot their general to pieces for now.
Spearmen at the ready. Shield bearers. Royal Peltasts. Archers. Prepare silencers. Royal Peltasts. Pikes. Pike phalanx.
Not quite sure why this unit isn't in phalanx, but whatever.
By your command.
Kind of reform some of these lines because they are super messy right now.
As you command. Orders understood. Yes, Commander. Double time. Engage the cavalry. Archers. Halt. Ready and waiting. Advance and ready. Understood. By your command.
Well, I said I wasn't really going to use the second army, but
At your service.
my micro was so terrible in this battle that it kind of became a necessity.
Ready and waiting. Your orders. Your orders. Engage the cavalry. Ready and waiting. Ready and waiting. Ready for your orders. Yours to command. Advance at speed. Ready and waiting. The brave ready for orders. Royal Peltasts. Now! Orders. Engage the cavalry. Heavy horse at your command. Engage the cavalry. Orders. Royal Peltasts.
I'm like super zoned out all of a sudden.
Shield bearers. Royal Peltasts.
Okay, we made mincemeat of that unit.
Ready for orders. Engage the cavalry.
There we go. Took more damage than I would have liked, but whatever. These things happen. I didn't get my pike line established very well either. I think that was one of my major mistakes there. Aside from just sloppy micromanagement, I think that actual mistakes I made, the pike line needed to be established properly from the get-go. I kind of assumed they would do it on their own, but it just didn't really happen. First settlement in the province. But I don't like desperately need the money right now. I'd rather get this converting over to Hellenic culture as quick as possible.
Ready for battle. Advance. Commander. Commander.
Alright, up here, I think those guys had already moved. Yeah, so all I should need to do is end the turn now, right? Is that me remembering correctly, or is that me completely missing? Wait a minute. This isn't right. Where's my other army? Are they already up here? Oh, holy cow. I forgot these guys were already up here. I thought they were still back this direction. Alright, so we're gonna have a rebellion at Nerea. Maybe I can stop taxing it. And that's still not quite enough. If we pop these guys out of the settlement and have them fortify, since they're not replenishing anyway. Okay, so that avoids a rebellion for now. I have to keep these guys kind of sitting in place until this fleet is dealt with, I think. But that should be all, right? I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I've missed. Okay, there's this guy who has come of age, so we can start giving him enough influence to get married. And we'll end the turn.
I'm not here to burden you with demands. My offer is what we consider worthy of your people.
Depending on the amount of attrition I take from this blockading action here, I may pull out of that.
You have...
Alright, getting some construction finished. We can start getting some food and sanitation as always. These guys are taking winter attrition as expected, so let's just march them straight forward and attack the city. Go ahead and just auto-resolve that one. Raise it to hopefully avoid further public order penalties. Get some more food and some public order going in there. Okay, you guys don't really need to hang out up here anymore.
We hunger for battle. Ready for battle.
Since your movement range just really isn't that great, I'm going to try and keep you up with Durlex's destroyers. Alright, now over here, I can't... Ooh, this could be a hell of a battle. Nearly a maxed out garrison with 1.5 full legions over here. Where's my spy? Could I sneak on through to Rome without getting caught out by a legion somewhere? They're recruiting a fresh one. Where's my other spy over here? Okay, you know what? You can go this way. Send you a little bit further down into Italy.
It is an honor to serve.
Okay, we really didn't take much attrition, but they're not going to take any attrition, and they're not going to ever surrender just from being blockaded.
Your orders? Yes.
So I think I'm going to back out of this.
Turn about! Ready for orders. Hard on the oars, you men!
I kind of don't want to raid here because I'm raiding
Take it.
Egypt as well, but
Your orders,
it is what it is.
Commander.
I might raise another half-stack army just to kind of help out with defense along this coast, and then I can move these two armies forward. That actually seems like kind of a good idea. At the same time, I could just keep one of these armies back here on coastal defense and send the other one up to the front line. So you guys get to play some defense. Unfortunately, I have to keep this army here for another turn. That leaves this city undefended, except for the garrison, but I think I can probably... maybe. Nah, it might be best if I just go ahead and lose out on some money, but make sure I don't lose the cities that I'm holding over here. It starts to get expensive if you have to recapture cities and rebuild all the time. Okay, it's unfortunate that these guys take attrition, but that is the nature of this province. I think that's all I need to do, so let's just end the turn.
Carthage offers you the chance.
I kind of wonder if Rome still has any armies engaging the Carthaginians, or if Rome is just trying to defend themselves against me right now. But I can't really be bothered to send my spies over there to find out, because it's not really that important to me. Okay, Batavium is getting its construction round 1 finished. Yeah, you keep wandering down here. There's another legion. Dude, this is why Rome is scary. So many armies. Alright, over here, I will take attrition if I'm not on a road. Man, and this army is really pretty thrashed from surviving that last winter up here. Alright, well, let's move to here and hope I can fortify. Not quite, that's a bummer.
Ready for battle. We hunger for battle.
Go ahead and hold steady with these two armies for another turn.
Commander.
I'll actually go ahead and bring Funky's fieldmen up to this border
That's all. You
and
there.
fortify, because that means this army can start pushing forward. Is that what I want to do? Yes. I might have to fight that one manually just because I'm not liking the casualty rates I'm having when I auto-resolve stuff currently. And obviously that's always going to be the case. Whenever you auto-resolve, you should expect a worse outcome than if you manually resolve a battle. But you also don't have time or energy to fight every battle manually, so there's that. Okay, so Yestica is okay, Nerea is in the positive, but if I move these two armies out of here, that will not be true.
We hunger for battle.
100% confident I can take on these two, especially if I'm fortified with Funky's Fieldmen. They're all veteran soldiers, elite units. They can definitely handle being attacked. I'm just going to get in here and fight this real quick. The other thing that fighting this manually lets me do is kind of abuse my archers. If they decide not to charge out at me, I can just essentially kill the entire garrison with my missile units and let the melee infantry just do mop-up. And that obviously is the best way to prevent casualties on my side. I don't really like attacking from this angle, but I kind of hate attacking from these trees as well. I never attack from this side, so why not? Let's give it a shot. Keep the artillery nice and far forward. They have good line of sight on everything. We'll move the archers out front shortly. I should actually probably keep the cavalry over here because I would expect their ships to land at some point.
Missiles ready and waiting. And as the omens confirm, our enemies.
Okay, artillery go to town.
They lack warriors, but that is entirely to our benefit. Great soldiers, to arms. At speed. A game at cavalry. General!
It's another case of if they choose to sit here and take it, I'm gonna sit here and give it to them. That looks weird with all of the shields, like almost making. I can't even think what that looked like. I don't know if you guys saw that right in here, but where all the shields were angled down towards the same center point, that just looked weird. Archers, go ahead and go get rid of those levies. Artillery, go ahead and maintain valuable targets. Let's make sure we're not getting shot over here. The levies will last for a little bit because they have shields. But I mean 6 units of archers will cut through pretty quick. Okay. Time for the silver shields to turn around and help out over here. These guys to start marching. Probably bring the general over here as well. Bring the swordsman just to help out with the melee infantry. Because the cav will beat them, but I think we'll beat them more easily with the swordsmen.
Melee infantry! And gamer cavalry!
They still haven't charged out of the city towards me yet.
We await your command! Silver shield swordsman! And gamer cavalry! Silver shield swordsman! Ready yourselves! Charge! Engage! Ready and waiting!
I actually didn't get a very good charge over here.
Our general is under attack.
Well, artillery keep going to town. I'm sure this has been an absolute slaughter in there. These guys will probably be basically uncontested all the way through.
Archers! The gamer cavalry! Silver shield swordsman! The gamer cavalry!
Okay, these guys are actually holding out pretty well.
Yours to command!
Kind of disappointed by
One of our
that.
units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, artillery's starting to run out of ammo, that's fine. Still have the archers. That is a lot of shields to try and shoot through, though. Alright, what I'm going to do here is lock them in from the front
Advance at speed!
and on the side, and send the archers around the back to shoot them.
Silver shield swordsman!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Definitely think it was a good thing that I sent the infantry over here to support the cav.
Silver shield swordsman! Your orders! Shock cavalry ready! Orders!
Archers, you need to pull back a little bit before you get too close and cause problems. Thorax swords, just pull up right there, that'll be fine.
Archers! As you command! Ready! Quick march!
Okay, dealt with everything over here. Time to get the general to the front. Cavalry around the sides, and the melee infantry
One
can
of
just
our
kind of
units has
walk
used
up
all
here,
its
that's
ammunition.
fine.
Archers! Advance at speed! At your service!
Okay, they've chosen to sit back for a moment, so instead of just taking all of the javelins for free, I may as well start moving in on them.
Missile infantry at your command!
Archers hit the blob.
Yours to command! Orders! Put your spears! Silver shield swordsman! Melee troops awaiting orders!
Not quite sure why this unit is struggling to throw their javelins. Or this unit, rather.
Ready yourselves! Royal Thorax swordsman! We await your command! Silver shield swordsman! Archers! The gamer cavalry! Royal Thorax swordsman! Warrior spears!
Okay, I would like these guys to kind of get drawn out of this choke point area.
Missile infantry ready!
Archers come out and around this direction.
At the ready!
Alright, well it looks like it's probably not going to happen, so let's just get in there.
Commander, by your command. Quick march.
Oh, here we go.
Melee troops. Silver shield swordsman.
Let's make sure we get through this gap, and then turn to face them.
Double time. Let's engage. Orders. Royal Thorax swordsman. Order your spears. By your command. Order your spears. General. Orders.
Archers. You know what? Why don't I get half and half? Half of you to shoot from this side, half of you to shoot from the other.
Speed! Double time! Archers! Double time! General! Royal Thorax Swordsman!
Those garrison marines are holding out pretty well.
Silver Shield Swordsman! Archers! Understood! By your command! At speed!
Okay, I shouldn't be getting much friendly fire, if any at all, here.
A game of cavalry! Riders at the double! Melee infantry ready! At the double! Orders! On me! Advance at speed! Royal Thorax Swordsman! Royal Thorax Swordsman! Your orders! Move out! On me!
Go ahead and keep these thorax swords back a little bit because they've already taken some casualties. Let the spears go in instead.
Orders!
Make sure the general's up close enough to do war cry.
Missile infantry at your command!
And just keep the arrows pouring in.
Archers!
I'm actually going to go ahead and switch this guy over
One
to
of our
flaming
units has
shot.
used all its ammunition.
Advance at speed! At the double! Orders understood! A game of cavalry!
The battle is turning in our favor.
Command! Quick march! To full glory!
Okay, you archers, stop. Refocus over here.
By your command! Orders understood! A game of cavalry! Spear infantry at your command! Royal Thorax Swordsman! Spears! By your command! Glory awaits!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Silver Shield Sword ready for orders!
And there we go. Ah, one friendly fire. That's unfortunate. Yeah, the artillery had a field day. These guys that went around the backside did incredibly well. I think they only took like 2 or 3 casualties per unit and they got 100 kills. 120, 130 kills each. If every unit I had always traded at roughly 60 to 1, I think it would be pretty much impossible to ever lose a battle. I'm just going to go ahead and keep raising my way through. I'm almost tempted to not even build this up. Public order is going to be a serious problem for a long time in here. Alright, another big part of why my income is so bad, I can't remember what your name was, whoever was asking, is because I have 2 fleets, and the fleets are just, they always end up being really expensive. Of course, I mean, you look at my armies, I do have pretty ridiculously expensive armies too. But these insanely expensive armies are allowing me to just roll right over the Romans, which is always a good feeling. Just making sure nothing else needs to be upgraded yet. What to do about this fleet? I really could just go launch an attack, kill the fleet, and then retreat. And I'd lose the battle, but at least the fleet would be gone. You guys go ahead and pop in there and just get a little bit of replenishment. I know it's not good for public order, but may as well get the replenishment while I can.
Commander. Ready for orders.
I could actually launch the attack here. I could lay siege with this army, bring Funky's fieldmen in to deal with this legion, and then to have two armies together to wipe out the city.
Ready for battle.
But I think it would be wise to wait for another turn. Maybe even another 2 turns. I might disband this army in favor of recruiting more Pergamon pikes instead of just having, what are these, Ephesian pikes? But, you know, having an army like this that isn't quite as expensive is sometimes a good thing. Where's what's-his-butt that needs to gain influence? All the way over here. Loyalty looks fine across the board. Empire maintenance. I don't remember how to check what your total empire maintenance percentage is. It's like I know if I go here, so that's plus 30. But I don't know like how to see what my total is. So if there's a way to do that, if you guys could let me know, that would be awesome. Because then if my empire maintenance is really high, I can start focusing more on getting characters to reduce it. Because right now, that has not been a focus of mine at all. I'm also losing a lot of nationwide influence, which is not a good thing. This will hurt my loyalty a bit, but I think it best to do this. We'll go to Illyricum because that's a province I own. That way she is one step closer to the 1% empire maintenance reduction. We can get that next turn. But yeah, my income is not particularly good. Alright, they've decided to send a legion across Rome. What are you doing? Man, that's boring. Sometimes I really wish the AI wasn't that ridiculously stupid. Let's pick up some slaves. Maybe that's another thing I need, is more slaves. Okay, here we can actually have a proper battle. And they've actually got some decent troops here, too. They've got a proper Roman legion. Okay, this is actually a little bit dangerous, just because I don't have much infantry. Oof, and they do have a first cohort. So I'm going to have to make really, really effective use of my archers. This is actually going to be a little bit of a difficult battle. My swords should be significantly better than theirs, though. But actual Roman legionaries, I don't know, this will be our first battle against what I always envision as a normal Roman army. The other thing about Grumpy's Guard is they don't have quite as much veterancy yet. So their morale isn't going to be as high. Oh, I get defenses, that's cool. Okay, step 1, get the garrison troops out of the way. I just don't need to look at them. Step 2, make sure nobody is going to waste any ammo. Step 3, the reinforcements should be coming in from back here. I would expect them to attack kind of through this angle. I'm wondering if I could draw them into this area. Alright, what kind of defenses do I have? A bunch of barricades, which is nice. A couple of brimstone pits. I'll actually stick these in here and leave the local citizens out here to light them. Just because those are units I don't really need. They're not going to accomplish much for me. These guys could get a couple of kills, but these couple of units of infantry aren't going to do really anything for me, I don't think. It would be super helpful if I could kill all of their cavalry just with wooden stakes and caltrops. How wide can we go? You know what, I'm gonna set the stakes here, the caltrops here, and hope that that's where the cavalry comes from. And if not, then oh well. Also got a bunch of spike pits. Those will get us a couple of kills, but won't turn the tide. I mean, this little rock pit thing isn't going to do much, I don't think, so I don't really even care where it goes. I might just put it right behind. Well, I don't want to put it in front of these because then it'll slow down the cavalry, and I think that'll make them take less damage from those other traps. So whatever, I'll just put the rocks over there. Now barricades I need to be careful with because I don't want to lock myself into bad positions. So the first thing I should do before I do the barricades is figure out where I actually want my army. I'm wondering if back here would be a good place to set up, because then I can kind of just hold at 2 different or 3 different choke points. This is a very, very large choke point, but that could give me room to maneuver some cavalry. And the AI doesn't often go all the way out and around to attack you in the rear on settlement battles. Yeah, let's give it a try. One of the problems is the unit moving around this stuff is kind of annoying. But I don't really see... I could position out here, but then I don't really have choke points to use to my advantage. Okay, I'll keep the cavalry out and around the rear because I want them to charge out anyway. I'll let the spears defend the artillery. And then what I'm going to do is kind of a funky... Well, this might not be a good idea because they have archers, but we'll give it a shot.
Royal Thorax Swordsman!
Because these guys can't be flanked, but they also can't escape, so this is basically a sacrificial unit. Just trying to think how best to block this off. Little bitty phalanx. Look at him. going to accomplish much with those guys. I'll keep them back here just in case they can help out, plug some holes or whatever. Now the 1001 archers. You guys can go ahead and fire at will. Actually, I don't really care what you do. Now, do I keep my archers kind of in this area to shoot into these kill zones, or do I run my archers out and around the sides once the cavalry is dealt with? I think I need to be getting flanking fire with my archers. I don't know that I like this setup. I don't think that's going to be very effective for me.
Ready for orders.
Okay, how far over can this unit go?
By your
Right there.
command! By your command! Hoplites!
Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. Yeah. They're helping. Alright, so I actually have a decent amount of swords, more than I feel like I had. 7 units isn't a ton, though. Alright, let's see. I'm going to play super reserved. Come on. Super reserved with my infantry,
We await your command.
so that I can give myself options. If I put everyone on the front line right off the bat, I run out of options immediately. So I'm actually going to keep this extra unit back here as well, just to have some options. Okay, now barricades. This is just going to be an effort to slow them down in places where I think I can shoot them with artillery. Which realistically isn't a lot of places. Because I can't effectively fire into there or here. I could maybe get some effective fire into there. Well, barricades aren't going to do a ton of good for me, so I might not even deploy them. I'll stick one here, I'll stick one here. We'll go double layer right here. And I kind of don't want them to come through this. I'd rather they come through this way, so maybe I'll actually put this here. Because if I can get them to come through here, I can swing my archers out and around and shoot them in the flank, hopefully. Alright, whatever. Enough messing around.
Ready and waiting.
You guys light these on fire quickly.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
Are they all burning? I think so. Okay, time for you guys to run away. I'm not going to throw them away and let them die for no reason. This actually could be a problem. So immediately I'm going to rotate my spears over this direction.
Silver shield swordsman.
Okay, good. Their general is taking a lot of the damage from the traps. Hopefully this is good.
The enemy general is dead.
Perfect. Taking a little bit more damage from these brimstone pits, but not much. Oh, they did get at least one kill. Okay, you are the sacrificial lamb.
Ready and waiting. Spearmen at the ready. Advance at speed.
Okay, I should move spears up here to catch this cavalry, but I'm going to try and use these hoplites instead. That's actually a really good opportunity to get some artillery in if they come through here with the cavalry.
Spears! Double time! Hoplites! At the double!
The men are wavering.
Fire on the enemy! Spears! Advance at speed!
Get the javelins out there. You guys form phalanx. Oh no, my headset's gonna die.
Cut them down!
Oh, did I tell my archers to not fire at will?
Ready and waiting.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, we probably will get some friendly fire here into our swords, but I think it's worth it to try and massacre that cavalry as quickly as possible.
Hoplites! At your service! For glory!
Our men flee the field of
You guys
battle.
go ahead and attack into
This is a
that.
shameful display.
Was that just that little unit over here? Did they really hold out that long? Holy cow, they actually held out that long. I'm impressed.
Spear infantry at your command. Yours to command.
Slingers, you may fire at the general
Ready for orders.
with reckless abandon. I'm just having these swords attack to try and support the hoplites' flank a little bit. Help them fight on the front for a little bit longer.
Orders.
Okay, you guys need to...
One of our units has used all its
that
ammunition.
hurt.
Melee troops.
Oh, no. None of you guys throw your ammo yet.
Silver
Most of you
shield
probably
swordsman.
already have.
Silver shield swordsman.
Stop.
By orders. Yes, commander. Melee troops. Awaiting orders.
Okay, winning decisively, but we did eat quite a bit of damage off of that charge. Artillery, go ahead and hold fire for a
Yours to
moment.
command.
Okay, once we know that their infantry is... Oh, that could be juicy. Once we know that the infantry is all going to be coming in through here, oh, that is going to be very juicy. Then we can start working the archers out and around the sides.
Gamer cavalry.
I will pull the cavalry out there now, though. It'd be good if this general died, but it's not 100% necessary.
Silver shield swordsman. Ready and waiting.
You guys go ahead and throw the rest of your javelins, whatever. It's only going to be like 2 or 3. 1,
One of
2,
our
3,
units has used all
4.
its ammunition.
By your command. Orders.
Okay, now get in position.
A gamer cavalry. Through your spears. Quick march.
Okay, I'm going to bring most of the archers out and around, but not all of them just yet. Artillery, you're doing exactly what you need to do. This one, what kind of fire arc can we get? Not really a good one, so I'm going to reposition over here.
Field artillery ready.
I feel like we're not firing particularly effectively with this unit either, so I'm going to reposition both of my artillery pieces.
At the double. Melee infantry ready.
Okay, these guys are active. Let's try and swap them out.
At your command.
If I can maybe get a breakthrough on this side, I want to have enough infantry to capitalize on it.
Spears. Royal thorax swordsman. And forward. Commander.
Hoplites are holding out,
Shield
fine.
swordsman.
Let's move these guys up here just so they don't take quite as much archer fire.
Archers. At speed. Through your spears. Yours to command.
Artillery is still repositioning.
Missiles ready and waiting. Quick march. Melee infantry. Royal thorax.
I don't want to pull these guys back just yet because they'll take a ton of damage doing that.
Royal thorax swordsman. Ready for orders. Melee infantry at your
I
command.
definitely need to replace these guys though.
Spears ready.
We'll send the spears in. Go boys. Get them.
For orders. Your orders.
Okay, this unit is ready to go. Look at that. Do our archers even have enough range to fire into that? They do. Okay, unfortunately we're firing into the left side of the enemy. Come on, you should be able to fire from here. Okay, let's go like this and maybe tell them to fire at will.
Pergamon cavalry, at your service. At speed. Orders. Pick your targets, men. Ballista. Silver shield swordsman. Royal thorax.
You guys need to pull out.
Your orders. Commander. Royal thorax.
I really need to get my headset charging. I'll go ahead and just do that now. There's not much micro that needs to happen at the moment. Go ahead and send the general up to the front line.
Infantry at your command. Royal thorax swordsman. Melee troops. Advance at speed. Field artillery. Yours to command. At your service.
Yep, just let these guys fire away. I kind of wish they would fire into this group instead of up here. But, you know, either way.
Silver shield swordsman. General. Forward.
And a unit we can just route and get off the field is good to do. I don't think any of that English made any sense,
Yes,
but
commander.
I think you get what I mean. Okay, now I can also try and get back in here, surround them, get their archers involved in melee and keep them from firing. But I don't want to do that until my artillery has used most of its ammo.
Ballista. Orders. Melee infantry.
You guys are done for the time being.
Orders.
You guys turn around and get ready to go in.
Silver shield swordsman.
You guys go in.
Engage.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Archers.
Okay, I'm going to tell two of these archers to stop firing, just so that we can keep them with the taking fire debuff for longer. Definitely going to rotate the rest of the archers out here. You know what? You guys fire, you guys come back here.
At speed. Royal speed.
Our men flee the field of battle.
That'll just be the little garrison units.
By your
Don't really care about that.
command. Ready.
It's not going to hurt my army performance at all.
Understood. Pergamon
Okay, I
cavalry.
should run down as much of their infantry as I can. These guys need to not fire
An
at will.
entire unit has perished.
RPGs. Ready.
Okay, who's the winded ones? These guys. You guys get out of there.
Under attack. Pergamon cavalry.
Haven't really got a good target for Warcry at the moment. But we'll use it anyway, I guess.
Royal thorax swordsman. Silver shield swordsman. Melee troops.
Okay, you guys are winded.
Take
Let's see if
aim.
we can get these javelins into the back row here.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, that's the artillery.
Yours to command.
Let's try and reposition so the equipment is actually facing the correct direction
Silver
over here.
shield swordsman. Forward. Missiles ready and
Okay, you guys fire at will. You guys cease fire for a moment.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Victoria. Leader.
I can't believe these guys are still fighting. I'm okay with my general getting shot a little bit. He's got a shield, so he'll be okay. He's a big boy.
At speed.
Artillery is in position. I was hoping it wouldn't remove my marker there. I don't recall having sent these guys this far over.
Right out. Forward.
Whoops. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't remember. You know what? We don't need to run that down because that general's dead anyway. Oh wait, no, I totally did send these guys out here. Because I was going to try and trap any retreating units.
Advance! We await your command!
Okay, artillery's going to town. How are you guys doing? You're tired. Time to swap out. You guys, flaming shot. Can you still shoot far enough?
Pick your targets, man! Missile infantry at your command!
Actually, I only have one of you shoot at a time.
Ready for orders!
We need to apply the debuff, not continuously fire. Okay, once the second artillery piece is out of ammo, I don't want to shoot any closer to the middle of the group because then I'll just be getting massive amounts of friendly fire.
Yours to command!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, you guys throw your javelins and get up into the front line.
Silver shield swordsman!
Got a bit of a breakthrough over here, which means we are going to charge out and pursue.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, go ahead and give them another flaming shot volley.
Melee troops! Royal Thorax swordsman!
Definitely doing friendly fire there. I need to move the shots further out. It's not as much about getting kills with the artillery right now, it's more about keeping their morale down.
General!
Oh, that one hurt. That ripped right through both of my units. Try and break the infantry first. Oh, I can actually get a rear charge here. What am I doing? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move this unit of spears out and around here. And then tell them to fire at will.
Missile infantry!
Let's see, you go ahead and fire at will. You guys may now open fire.
Gamer cavalry! One of our units has used all its ammunition.
These hoplites, legends.
Thorax swordsman! Melee
Okay, you guys are done.
ready and waiting! Royal Thorax swordsman! Silver shield swordsman!
Okay, there's our break.
Gamer cavalry! Melee troops!
Time to get the troops around the sides. I'll keep one unit here.
General! By your command!
Okay, General, not quite ready on another war cry yet. You guys are out of ammo, right? You are not, so why are you not firing? Doesn't have a good angle, that's okay.
Double time! Archers! General!
Okay, your next volley is going to be flaming shot, and then we'll try and rout some of them.
Royal Thorax swordsman!
We await your command.
Melee infantry ready! Advance at speed! Silver shield swordsman! General! Victory! Archers!
Okay, back to standard shot.
We await your command!
Ready to ride.
Rally the men. It's probably time to send in another unit of swords, because these guys are taking some pretty heavy casualties.
Silver shield swordsman! At speed! Archers!
Okay, you guys hold fire for a moment. Okay, artillery, no more. Time to get in there with the infantry and wrap this up the old-fashioned way.
At speed! Silver shield swordsman! Melee infantry! General!
Didn't realize I'd used a rally at any point.
Archers! Spearmen! Ready for orders! Archers! Understood! Ready for orders! Orders understood! Silver shield swordsman! General!
Okay, you give him another flaming shot. You guys, I don't think, are actually doing a whole lot of damage, so just go ahead and... Okay, there's the flaming shot in. Send in the reinforcing swords. These guys, okay, they did use all of their ammo. Good. Okay, we're not ready for another war cry. Okay, you guys go ahead and pull out. You guys pull back, reform a little bit, and get ready to help out with some flaming shot. But you know what, just come over here. These hoplites are fighting to the last man. I'm almost tempted to pull them out just so they can survive the whole match. Okay, let's try and make sure we have active attack orders everywhere. Oh, these guys are going to get so many kills, it's not even funny. Move in the secondary unit just to keep them close. I don't really think it's worth trying to get the second unit involved here right now. Okay, 20 seconds until another war cry. Now I've got fresh troops going in, well, for the most part, fresh troops going in against tired and exhausted troops for the most part. Okay, you give another volley. I didn't tell him to fire at will, I just told him... Wait a minute, what? Didn't I tell you to fire at will? Are they out of range now? Alright, there we go. We're going to go ahead and continue and let slaughter commence. I'm going to fast forward this bit for obvious reasons. You guys just hang out there, catch anything that tries to come through. Okay, you two come over here and do the same. You two come up here and do the same. We can even put the archers into it if we want. Okay, we'll just give as many attack orders as we can here, play it on fast forward. Because everything we run down here is dead and won't be able to attack us again. You guys chase down that first cohort. You guys come back over here. Just let this play out for a while until I don't really see any Roman bodies in there. It's hard to tell with just the chaos going on, but there's definitely some Romans still in there. Still a bunch of Roman bodies in here. Can I even give an attack order on these guys? So I'm quite pleased with this army. I'm super happy that this unit survived. The fact that they can even pretend to still be in a phalanx is hilarious to me. Look at that. Alright, that should be the battle. Let's see how many kills those spears got. Yeah, 1,000 kills on retreating units. Yeah, that's pretty wild. The first units that we had on the front line obviously didn't perform very well. The second units that we brought in to reinforce them didn't perform very well, but the third units basically were untouched and cut their way through pretty easily. I think actually a decent amount of the damage these two units took, or some of these units took, was from friendly fire from the artillery. But, you know, a trade-off for 1,000 kills, I think it was worth it. We basically obliterated both of these armies. Yeah, this second legion had a scrap of an archer unit remaining. Oh, the hoplites did die, but they got 32 kills. They went more than 1 for 1. Alright, anyway. Public order's good around, so I'm gonna enslave them. We'll get through this end turn, and then I'll go ahead and end the episode. Okay, there's just another auto-resolve. I don't really care if my naval units die, because I'll just replace them. Just as long as we win, I don't really care if the navy dies. Go ahead and keep enslaving. I mean, it is a little sad to see veteran units dying, but I can't be bothered to fight naval battles in this game. They're just so stupid. It's very, very rare that I will actually fight a naval battle.
The storm has rained. Would you
Still don't need trade with you. I do need to maybe throw some money at Egypt just to keep them happy. But, alright. Oh, that sucks. That's bad timing. Of course, that's always bad timing. Alright, well, there we have it. That was quite the turn. They have another legion ready and raring. Not quite as powerful, because it's the Principes instead of legionaries. But we're not going to get any replenishment. So, looks like we'll have a fun battle on our hands next end turn as well. These guys actually retreated, which means I can probably just walk through and take this real quick.
Is there nothing else?
Where did those guys go? Did they go up here? Anyway, so that is the end of this episode. Hope you guys are still enjoying, and I will see you in the next one.